Mimi Makers. It's that time of the week again where we get to look at beautiful fabrics and yarns together. So I do hope that some of you have a moment to watch this live with me and maybe talk about what you might want to do, some giving out or dishing out some ideas of what we all should maybe be making in June, because it's almost June. Can you believe it? Tomorrow is the last day of May. It's insane how time flies when you're having fun. All right, I'm going to give everybody just a moment to hop on to the stream and maybe give me a little emoji, a thumbs up, or a hello so that I can see who's here with me. You don't have to, but I always love to have a little chat with everyone. Even if this is being watched recorded, remember to comment and share your ideas as we go, because I do still read all of the comments afterwards. There's Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, indeed. Like, where did the month go? I mean, it was, even though we've had some rainy days overall, I think we had some really nice sunny days. And then time flies when you're doing all the sewing and gardening. I was definitely inspired to sew a lot of summery things, which you may have seen on my Instagram or in our sewing group. I've been posting some things that I've been making. It's probably one of my more fruitful me-made Mays this year. Denise is here. Susan is here. Oh, that is so wonderful. I'm just gonna, it seems like only the YouTube people have gotten the notification right now. Or it does seem, it does seem that the Facebook stream did not work. So how do I edit that? Nobody knows. I do not know. What are we going to do? Like, all the people trying to watch this on Facebook, I guess they will have to watch this recorded. That is, I just see it now that can I somehow, when I click on this, hold on. I think I can add them. Let's see if this works. I hope that this did not mess anything up for the people who did join me on YouTube. I'll just give like 2 more seconds to the Facebook people, because it seems like the Facebook stream did not start right away. What a shame. But the Facebook people will have to rewatch my beautiful intro of me like ranting on about how beautiful the weather was. Tanya says, I wore one of my new summer dresses yesterday and it was a bit too chilly for that. Yesterday, it was deceiving here in Ottawa. It was super sunny, but the wind was really cold. I do agree with that. That is, it was a deceiving one. Today is supposed to be a little bit warmer, yet I still did wear a long sleeve, which is actually one of the makes I will talk about in a moment once the Facebook people also come onto the stream. But it is, I clearly messed that up because they didn't get any notification. So we're just going to get started. How about that? We will just get started. I will start with, what am I going to start? Beautiful red. Yeah, it's actually a raspberry. It's like, it's hard to see in this light. It is like a raspberry. It's in between a pink and a red, because, you know, red is usually not a color that I pick, but this is, it has like a really pink undertone, and it is the bamboo rib knit. Hold on, let me see if I come closer. Yes, it's very stretchy, and it's a bamboo rib knit that we have in store. And I will talk about my dress in a minute because I absolutely adore this make. I'm going to get started with the yarns today because we started with the fabrics last week, and there's some really fun stuff. So number one is we have some new Arne and Carlos. I'm just showing you 2 of those now. Like, I think there's like 4 or 5 and some other design line yarns, like the self-patterning REGIA yarns. I mean, these are things you always need to have on hand for a quick project where you can do a really nice vanilla sock self-striping in these beautiful, beautiful colors. And online in the shop, I also, there's like the proper, because they print like the same picture on these. Clearly, this is not the color of this yarn that's printed on the sleeve. But online, I have a picture of what the sock like approximately looks like. Sometimes they're not 100% true to color, but it kind of gives you the stripe pattern, whether it's like a stripe or more of a heathered effect. You'll be able to see that in the pictures in the shop. So there's, I think, like 8 8 or 10 new colors in the design line. But then what's even more exciting is this REGIA Energy Flow. You may have gotten this flyer because there's 6 colors, and this is a yarn that I have never seen before. This is a really brand new, fantastic thing. It looks like this. So when you look at it, oh, Victoria's here. When you look at it, oh, there you go. You can see that it has these little loops. So this yarn is a wool cotton blend. So there's actually a pretty high cotton component to this. Where is it? We have, where did it go? There you go. 42% wool, 33% cotton, and then your 25 polyamide for your elasticity, for your elastane. And so those little loops are mainly made out of cotton. And then when you knit that up, it has a terry cloth effect. So for the socks, it makes them really, really cozy. I have prepared something here for you. So I've knitted up. It's actually exactly this color that I've used for this one. So you get this beautiful stripe. And then look at this. This is so soft. I love this. And I can absolutely, my foot that I knitted this for is a little bit bigger than this bust, which has a teeny tiny foot. So you can see it has this really cute, fluffy effect. And this is heavenly to wear. Absolutely stunning. I love it. So if you're coming to the Mimi shop anytime soon, definitely give this a little squeeze because they're absolutely fantastic. And we also have this pattern available for free, which is the yoga socks. So you have your toes and your heel free, so you're not slipping if you're wearing them for yoga, but they still keep you nice and cozy. There also is a sock table, which will be attached to the yarn, so you can just download that. A reference guide for this, because this is more of a 4+ ply, because even though the base yarn is a 4 ply, because of the loops, you get a little bit more volume to it. So instead of starting at so it does go from 2.5 to 3.5, but they do recommend knitting with a 2.75. And I am going to have to admit that I accidentally, because when I got the sample skein when I was in Germany at the show. I'm like, I'm going to knit this up. So when the yarn arrives, I can show people. And the only needles I had on hand was a 225. So I don't recommend the 225. It was a little bit tricky to finish it in a 225, and I just had to use a little bit more yarn. Definitely do make sure if you're knitting this for somebody with larger feet, you might need more than one, because the 100 grams don't run as long as the other one. So this one only runs, where is it? Does it say? Doesn't say. It runs less, and now I don't oh my God. 300 meters. This one is 300 meters, whereas your traditional ones are, oh my goodness, are 420 meters. So you do get a larger size sock. So this one says you can knit a pair of socks up to size 46, so European size 46, and this one will only last to a European size 42. So if you want to knit bigger socks, you do need more of this yarn. And there's 6 colors. I only managed to find 5 because all of the yarn just arrived, boxes and boxes of it. And this morning we were starting to open all of them. And of course, they don't put all of the same yarn in the same box, and they don't label the outside of the box of what's inside. But we were able to find 5 of them. There is a 6th color of it, and they're all fantastic. And they have very inspirational names. So this one is called Meditation. Then there's Spirit, Walking, Dynamic, Relax, and Energetic. And Energetic is the one that I didn't find yet, but I promise by tomorrow I will have them all ready. So 6 colors of this coming. This is the hottest thing of the year because Regia is knocking out the greatest stuff. It's their 75th anniversary year, so there's going to be lots of fun things. And next up are the new colors of Lana Grossa Silk Hair. I'm a huge fan of the silk hair, even though I do understand that not everybody can tolerate this. Like Hisai being one of them, seems that she has sensitivity to the mohair, which a lot of people do. My mom does too. She cannot wear mohair. If you can tolerate mohair, I highly recommend trying this yarn. I love, I'm actually knitting a little cardigan out of it right now. Might not be finished anytime soon because I'm knitting 3 other things as well as samples, but there's these, but like, look at these colors. I also love blending it with other yarns because held together, it just gives that fluffy effect. And I just love the fluffiness. There are a whole bunch of patterns, new patterns in the patterns of the week. I just brought 2 of them to show you how beautiful this yarn looks. There's some sweaters as well. These are the ones that on a whim I was able to not forget to bring over here. So there's this shawl. Like, look at that texture. So this one is made all with silk hair. So this is a silk mohair blend yarn. And for some of these, you're holding multiples together. So this one is, oh, I can't even see. I think this one is knitted with a single strand. This one, for example, I just want to show you. This is my swatch that I have at the shop as well of the jacket that I am knitting right now. And this is 2 strands of it held together. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And then another one is this. Like, if you like lacy shawls, oh, this pale color is hard to see. So this one, you actually have 2 different yarns. So you have the cool wool lace and the silk hair held together. And I think this is absolutely fantastic. Totally up my alley. So this one is 1 strand of each yarn held together. So the cool wool lace is a merino yarn, and then the silk hair and this one, they kind of match the colors together, but it'll also have a really nice effect if you choose 2 colors that are not the same. So you could mix like a hot pink with a white and you get a really, really beautiful effect because the white will shimmer through the little hairs. But if you need some help picking out multiple colors, just let me know. In June, which is next week, I will start listing or presenting the items for our Summer Sock Knitting Club. The Summer Sock Knitting Club is an online event where we all just knit wonderful socks together, and there will be some learning opportunities. It's just a fun activity to do during the summer. So in June, the kits for our Summer Sock Knitting Club will be available, and I will talk more about that next week, but just letting you know to watch out for that. So that was it for the yarn. I promise I will move on to the fabric. So I will start with the patterns. You may have seen that there's some new patterns that we listed, and I sewed up one of them. And this is a No Me pattern, and look at that slit. It has a really high side slit. Ooh, you see that? Like, so it is a long dress with a high side slit. So this one is meant to be worn with pants, but there is an option. So it has 2 notches. So you can either do the slit up to here, but there's another one where it just comes down to here, and then you don't have to wear it with pants. It's just a different style of dress. And it does have a gather right here. So it's a really long sleeve that you cut. And then this is done with an elastic on it. And I really, really love this. So this is the No Me 204. So ME 2046. Hold on, I'll show you. 2046. That is the pattern. So there's multiple, as you can see, there's a shorter length, there's a longer length, and you can also just wear it as a dress. And I don't see why, if you wanted to, you could just make it a short sleeve as well. I do encourage you, though, with the No Me and the Simplicity patterns, definitely take a look at the size chart, because I was not aware that their size charts are so fundamentally different than other brands. This is a size 12. So just letting you know, whereas for other patterns, like I've been anywhere from like a size 4 to a 6 to an 8. And then this one is a 12. It doesn't really matter what it says. I just want to make sure you buy the right size. Because with these patterns, often there's 2 different versions. So there's 2 sleeves. Like they don't include all of the entire size range in one pack, which is very unfortunate, but it is a great pattern. And because I didn't realize that for some of the patterns that are coming, I might not have all the sizes on hand. So if ever there's like this one, I have both. I have the entire size range. If there's ever a pattern that you really like, but I happen to not have that size range on hand that you need, please email us and I can order them in. It is just really hard to gauge how much to get of which pattern, which ones you like, because I like them all. I think they're all fantastic. I have a really hard time narrowing it down, but you can always request any of these, of the Simplicity, Vogue, the Berta. Just let us know if you have the number and the size range you need. We can always order those in for you. So this one, not only does it come with this dress, it also has this pant pattern in it. I just didn't have enough time to sew up the pants. I do have the fabric at home though. So it actually comes with two things in it. And it's a very basic pant pattern. So if you did it, I feel like it might be a little bit easier to do with a stretch woven or a very stable knit. I have chosen to make it out of a chambray, so I'll have to make some adjustments because my behind is rounder than other parts of me. But you know, it's something to try. So you can see there's like the pants and the dress in this. I also encourage you to just type this into Google, the Me 2046, and then you'll see all of the makes that other people have posted, because there is one that I saw, and I obviously can't share it because it's not my picture, but there's this lady that made this as a dress with just down to the knee, and she made it out of a rib knit with a stripe. And we happen to have a rib knit with a stripe coming this week, this one, which I will be talking about in a second after I talk about all of these beautiful patterns. But so that is my vision, is like this dress in this, absolutely fantastic. So if I don't have enough time to make it, definitely look at the picture. It is really, really awesome. All right, next up, what's another pattern is this one. So this one, Berta Easy, super easy actually. This one is rated super easy, and this one is made for knits. So it's a really beautiful dress or top pattern, kind of a boat neck, raglan sleeve, and then it has a gather on the side, which I think is always very flattering. You can see that in the drawing here. Ooh. Let me see. There you go. You can see it in the drawing here. Is really fantastic. And I know that it says two-way stretch jersey, but this will still work with a four-way stretch. Like it will still work with this. This is a four-way stretch bamboo rib knit that we have. It still works. I'm always confused why sometimes they write that on there. It will still work with both of them. And this one has all of the sizes in it. So this one comes with a size 34 to 46. So US 8 to 20 is all included in one sleeve. And because it's very thin, it tells me it also doesn't have many pattern pieces. And I think this is a really, really nice and easy one for people to make, even for a wedding or formal wear, but you can also easily make it very casual. And then what else do we have? And then we have this one. To die for, Mimi G. I don't know if you've ever been following her. I really, really like her style. And she makes some fantastic things. So the Mimi G is a simplicity pattern. So again, you have to look out for the sizes that are included in the sleeve that you get. So this is a really beautiful silhouette. So you can either have the almost like pencil skirt silhouette, or this one, which has a little bit more flowing, more A-line. And then it has this really cool side detail on the side. If you do not want the side detail, that is no problem. If you cut the piece on the fold, just like the other side, you can eliminate that. But I do like that we have the option of adding something really cool like this. But again, if you like the silhouette of the dress and you just don't like the side, you just cut it on the fold the same way as the other side of your dress. So those are the three that I have listed for this week, and I think they're all really fantastic. So now I'm going to go through the fabrics because there's just so many to choose from, and I do want to start with this rib knit because I think that all of these that I just showed you will be fantastic in this. So this is also a really, really soft rib knit. It is made with 95% cotton, 5% elastane, and it's nice and lightweight and perfect for these types of dresses and tops. And it is yarn dyed, as you can see, which is nice, especially when you have something like this where you will be seeing the inside of the fabric. I prefer making it out of a solid so the inside looks the same, or something like this that is yarn dyed so it still looks the same, even though you can make it out of anything you like. Just being aware that if you choose a printed jersey, that often they are white on the inside. So this one, and again, I'm just going to show you how stretchy this is. I can barely believe that this is a cotton, just because it is so incredibly soft. I mean, they're not all of these cotton fabrics are not made equal. So this is made in a lighter weight, and it's a wider rib, if you can see that. Do you see that? Yeah. So this we will have in 3 colors. So this is the navy and natural. So it's a natural white, not a super white. Then there's this gorgeous dusted rose. Oh my God, I just want to pet this because it is so soft. You definitely have to come feel it if you're in the shop. And then last but not least, we have this beautiful sand color, sand caramel, and the natural white. So those are the 3 in the rib knit. And then, of course, we finally have a new Rebecca RECK print. We haven't had a new one in a while, and I'm super excited about this one. This is the Fairy Houses. Yeah, Fairy Houses, which is little mushrooms. There's no characters on it. At least I couldn't find one. I mean, feel free to take a look and see if there's some hiding, because Rebecca often includes some things that we don't see right away. But we have all of these beautiful little fairy houses in these mushrooms, and then you see these little paths, and there's like little flowers and things to discover. Absolutely gorgeous print on jersey in our very well-known Rebecca quality. Yeah, definitely snatch this up if this is something you are interested in. Let me see. I just want to try and get all the knits. This beauty, a really soft organic jersey with little bear faces on them. And I have connected 2 striped jersey that I love with it. There is a mustard and off-white, and there was a mint off-white in the mini stripes that are a perfect match for these bears. So if you wanted to make a set, let's say you made a little top for someone out of this, and then you made little baby pants out of the stripes, I think that would be so, so cute. I have no babies to sew for right now, but I'm pretty sure somebody does. So I'm hoping that I'll see this realized somewhere. So they are, when you click on the product, to the product details page and you scroll down, they should be there. If you can't find them, just let me know. I can definitely send you the link to find the right fabrics. And again, this is a jersey. Then we have some more waffle. So 2 are prints. I was told that these are very important because apparently there's some characters, and now I'd have to ask Hisai, because she told me what characters wear exactly this color of checkerboard. I think it is an anime thing, and now I don't remember, but I'm sure somebody will have kids at home that will know, and they will need this. So apparently they need this, and this is a waffle knit printed with it's like an olive and a black, and then the same print we also have with this rust caramel color and black as well. So this is a jersey knit made out of 95% cotton, 5% elastane. So I'll just show you. And because this is printed, it's white on the back and it has the print on the front. So it has, I want to say, maybe about 25% stretch. So it's not as stretchy as the rib knit that I showed you earlier. And then we have a plain waffle in the natural. And I think I've talked about this before. Demon Slayer, maybe. Oh, Demon Slayer. Oh, it wasn't a question. So she's saying it's Demon Slayer. I'm sure that somebody knows the character. And Victoria also says it's very popular. I guess I'm living under a rock because I have not heard of it. But, you know, I don't need to know everything, right? That's why I have all of you. So we have a collective knowledge, which makes all of us smarter. So again, I've probably talked about the naturals, and I feel like I should maybe create a category where all of them are in there. So from the Poppy collection, from all of their bases, there's always one fabric now that is natural. So there's no bleaching, there's no dye in it. It is a finished fabric, but it is natural. So it's the natural cotton color, and sometimes you can even see some speckles in it. And this is one of them. So this is the waffle in natural. And then we have the rib knit, the soft rib knit in natural. We have the ribbing in natural. We have the French terry. We have the jersey. We have the ribbing. I already said that. Oh, we'll be having the canvas in natural, which I think is going to be really nice to make like tote bags if you wanted to do potato prints or linoleum prints. I think it will really lend itself for that. Or if you want to dye your own. Also a great opportunity to try that out. So the waffle knit arrived in that, and I will make sure to have a category for the natural so it's easier to find them. So those were all the knits for the week. Now moving on to the wovens, because there's like a few of like a mix of different textures and bases we have here. So obviously this is a Mimi favorite. It is a viscose dobby, which really feels like a heavier challis, because what they do here is it's a jacquard type weave, but it is tone on tone. You can see that like this is, they just reversed the shininess of the thread here. So it's all the same color, but then you have this leopard print that just stands out, and you can feel it a little bit, but it's super, super drapey. So any of these things that I've been sewing and his side, like all of the Mimi makers, I feel like we've been sewing a lot of challis this May, will work really well in this. So the crepuscule dress, the crepuscule top, the Arlo dress or top, the most of the Atelier Gamut patterns will work so nicely in this. The wrap pants, remember the wrap pants I made last year? So all of those will look absolutely fantastic in this. So this is like a purpley crocus orchidy kind of color, and I absolutely love this color. It is always a good one. But then we also have the same one in a black. So black with this shiny leopard. This would make such a nice pant too. Nice pants, or even, you know, for those who might not want to wear it out of the house, because not everybody is a leopard fan. I'm also thinking this would make a really nice short sleeve and short leg Carolyn pajama. Like that would be nice and luxurious. I feel like that would be, I might have to make that. I feel like I've been very hot at night these days, and something like that is missing in my wardrobe. So I might have to do that. Victoria saying, I love the wrap pants. I'm going to be making a couple pairs this weekend. Well, I am glad some people remember my wrap pants. I might have to put it in the in our inspiration section. If you have not seen our new Mimi Maker inspiration section, when you go to the website, there is a menu item called Mimi Maker Inspirations, and then you have the bags and the sewing. And if you go to those pages, all of our recent makes from our Mimi Makers here, we've posted them, and you click on the image and it'll tell you what pattern we used, any tips that we might have for it, and all of the items, the materials that we used for it, just so we have it all in one spot. So this one will be up there very soon as well. I just didn't get to it yet. So we also have a fantastic tool. You know, like we don't usually carry a lot of tool, but when I see pretty things like this, I just can't say no. And this is the soft tool, the soft bridal tool. So this is not like, this is really nice and drapey. It feels nice against the skin. So this will make an awesome skirt or overlay for a dress. So if you don't want to buy yards and yards to make like a really full skirt, you could easily make a white or blue dress and then just add one layer of this in as an overlay for someone who really enjoys these things. I feel like I want this over my bed because it's so nice. So it is a light blue, and then the flowers, the foil flowers, are rainbow colors on here. It is so cute. It is so nice. I feel like I could even just, you know, like drape it like that. It's gonna be very pretty. I'm sure somebody will be happy about this gorgeous tool. And now we're almost there, I promise. Stay with me. We're getting there. There's some really special ones that you don't want to miss. So there's this crashed crinkle viscose, and that is a lot of words to say because this is black. This is the only one that we got, but I do want to show this to you. So it has like this bubbly texture, but it is almost like it's shirred. So they added, it's so hard to show that against the light here. I don't know if you can see that. So there's like lines that run across this way, which give you that bubbly texture. So there is some stretch to it because there is an elastic in it. So once you wash and dry that, this is going to shrink even more, giving you even more of that bubbly texture. You know what I like about the viscose bubbly texture fabrics? You don't have to iron them because they're supposed to look like this. They're really great for traveling or anything that you just, you know, kind of want to throw on, and it's going to be fine. This dress, like, so the bamboo and the modals do the same thing. So this dress I had kind of put aside ungently because truth be told, I kind of didn't want to mention it, but I had not had the time to hem it. So all of my hems are still raw on this, but I really wanted to wear it today. So I didn't get to it. Sorry. But it's still so pretty. I'll still hem it, I promise. But anyway, so I had put it aside and I didn't really fold it. And it was all crinkled up, and then I undid it. I'm like, ooh, that looks really wrinkly. But the moment I put it on, these types of fibers, the viscose, the bamboo, the modal fibers, they, with your body heat, they just even out. Like there's not a single wrinkle left on this dress because it just ironed itself. That's really great about these fibers. Anyway, so this one, the crashed crinkle viscose, we only have in the black, but then we do have a seersucker. Always love a good seersucker in a stripe. Like we have still some of our solid seersuckers, but this, I mean, gorgeous. So this is a red and white cross dyed. So it's a cross dyed red. So the weft threads are still, or is it not the weft? The weft threads are still white, but the warp threads are red. That's why it's more of a muted red. And again, this one after washing, you'll see that seersucker bubble effect a little bit more, and I love it. I love it for pants. I love it for tops. So many great, or shirts. So many great options for this one. And this one is a black because of the again, because of the cross dye, because the weft are white. It is more of a washed out black, so like a slightly muted black, but absolutely gorgeous again for pants and tops and so many other things, dresses. And last but not least, in the fabric category this week is a jacquard double gauze, because I love the special double gauze. So what's a jacquard double gauze? You might ask if you have never seen it before, is that this one is not actually printed with these beautiful polka dots. They're actually woven into it. So you can use both sides of this because the other side is the opposite of this side. So if you're using it in quilts, which you can, if you haven't seen our double gauze quilt here at the shop, or the ones that Catherine has been making, which we will show very soon, definitely do take a look at it. It's just really nice that you have two fabrics built in there. I've a while back, I made the Virevolte top out of the leopard double gauze that's like this, and then I did the top in one side, and I did a little what's it called, a little vest in the other side of the fabric. So it's nice that you can mix and match this. So there's two colors of this. And again, great for dresses, great for blouses because it's 100% cotton, but also really nice for anything baby related, especially for the summer. We have a really nice sleep sack pattern. We have a really nice romper pattern from Berta, which I actually drafted for this type of fabric, or you can even just make some basic swaddles. Absolutely necessary for a hot, humid Ottawa summer. And then we have this beautiful yellow. This is such a gorgeous yellow. If you have an embroidery machine, it would be really nice to maybe embroider a little bee at the corner. I feel like this is like a very beautiful honey color. It's like a golden yellow honey color, really beautiful. So those were the things for this. Oh, I did want to show this. I feel like Hisai put this here for me, and Hisai is going to type what the name of this pattern is because I already forgot. But this is a pattern that just released. And now I realize Hisai also told me to list this fabric. I will promise to list this next week because I absolutely forgot. But this is a sneak preview for next week of what's coming next week. Is this canvas? It is a jacquard canvas, gobelin canvas, which is a little bit heavier weight of this beautiful bag that our bag wizard goddess bag lady made, and as you know, it's fantastic. So this will also be on display in the Mimi shop. We'll also put it into the Mimi Maker Inspirations. If I do have some time, I promise I might even try to list it today. I'll see how it goes. Otherwise, if you don't see it this week, it will be in the shop by next week at the latest. So I think that was it that I had for today. And then next week, I feel like there were some things that I was supposed to tell you, and I'm totally blanking right now, but I'm really happy that you guys lasted with me for this long. I know there was a lot of things today. If you have any questions about our sock yarns, about our summer sock knitting club, about any of the fabrics or patterns that we have coming, please feel free to email us or message us. And we're always here to help. We're always here to help and give you some pointers for your projects, because we want you to be successful. It's the Samaran bag by Lavender and Twine. Thank you, Hisai, by Lavender and Twine. We'll have it in our inspiration page shortly. And thank you so much for watching. And all of this will be available to you tomorrow, Friday, May 31st, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back next week. Bye for now.